Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just Socializing once again to our weekly horoscope with Ivana. Let's see. Next week, which will be the week of May 25th, Aries says time spent enjoying peaceful activities like meditate walks or heart to hearts can feel especially fulfilling emotionally on May 25th, which will be tomorrow, right? The intuitive moon in your fourth house of home life forms a positive trine to go together Mars in your 12th house of spiritually. Sure, this could mean bringing a softer, quieter approach to the holiday weekend that you're usually up to, but if it can benefit your mind, soul, body, and relationships. Hmm. And from May 28 on, communicator Mercury moves forward through the fourth house of home life, and your mental energy could be focused on issue of amplifying a feeling of security, protecting loved ones, and researching ways to make domestic life even more comfortable and gratifying. Just be sure to get the bulk of any information gathering or contract signing out of the way before the messenger planet station retrograde there on June 18. So whatever contracts you have to sign them before June 18, Aries, because it says that something will happen. Okay, Taurus, the week next week, which is the May 25th. You could be at risk of losing your signature patient. Ooh la la. Especially with loved ones. Take it easy, Taurus. On May 27, when the emotional moon is in fourth house of home life, forms a 10 square to revolutionary Uranus in your sign. You might be feeling antsy, wanting to shake up your typical routine and experience something new and exciting. Do your best to explore while remaining understanding and loving toward family members who might not be entirely on the same page. No arguments, okay? So be prepared, Taurus. By the end of the week, no arguments. So if you have any signs of arguments, slow down. And from May 28 on, information gathering Mercury moves through your third house of communication, cranking up the volume on your desire to learn, discuss, and multitask. Your mental energy is sure to be positively buzzing during this time. Make sure you check off certain chores and errands before the messenger planet moves backwards on June 17. So June 18, 17, something's going backwards, which is the planets. So everybody, watch out the June 17. Taurus, okay? Gemini, May 25th, the week. Feeling like you're unable to say how you feel and enjoy a pleasurable activity with loved ones could lead to frustration on May 30th, when the emotional moon is your fourth house of home life forms a 10 square to romantic Venus, currently retrograde in your sign. So Venus is coming back on your way, Gemini. You can best cope by recognizing that this moment is ultimately fleeting and by practicing self care, which could look as simple as focusing on your breath and taking a time out for a walk around the block and calm down. That's right. Then on May 31st, the intuitive moon in your fifth house of romance forms a harmonizing trine to Taskmaster Saturn in your ninth house of adventure, bringing a certain level of sureness to your closest bonds and wildest fantasy of travel and learning. Maybe you'll start traveling, Gemini. Consider joining up with a significant other or friend to see an artistic project through, or start painting. Why not? You can paint too. Be artistic, Gemini. Cancer. Next week, you desire to research, connect, and trade notes with colleagues, friends, and loved ones is bound to be on fire, while communicator Mercury moves through your sign on May 28th on, from May 28th on. And if there's a proposal you've been chipping away at or musing about how to make ready for prime time, now is your opportunity to put it in writing or deliver it in a presentation. Go for it, Cancer. Go for it. It's time. You'll do well to initiate projects and take advantage of new opportunities between now and June 17, when the messenger planet stations retrograde in your sign. Told you, June 17, 18, watch out. And on May 31st, the emotional moon is your third house of communication, forms a harmonizing trine to transformative Pluto in your seventh house of partnership. And having a deep, game changing conversation with your significant other or a close friend could be integral to moving forward in your relationship. You are right where you belong. So, Cancer, now is the time, the end of this month, pretty soon, next week, in fact, which is the end of the month. Leo, you might feel more comfortable being a bit less social, more private, and more selective in how you're communicating with others, while Messenger Mercury moves through your 12th house of spirituality from May 28 on. This transit marks a time for you to focus on your inner growth, research new ways to foster your existing toolbox of stress management techniques, and tend to your emotional needs. You are emotional, Leo? No. The more you can learn around those themes, the more prepared you'll be when the information gathering planet station retrograde in this zone in June 17. So I guess you are on the low until you're getting ready for the June 17 thing. Hmm. And on May 29, the intuitive moon in your second house of income forms a harmonizing trine to game changer Uranus in your 10th house of career, urging you to shake off tried and true ways of moving the ball forward your professional dreams. What are you dreaming, Leo? Maybe you change your career. Who knows? Diving into a whole new approach could prove revitalizing creatively and set up for even more success. That's good, Leo. I'm glad to hear that. You needed it. Virgo. Let's see what happens to Virgo. While your ruling planet communicator Mercury moves through your 11th house of networking from May 28 on, you'll be drawn to group projects and collaborative efforts, particularly if they tied a humanitarian cause. Yeah, like for me, it's like my cute little store of adopted toy today, right? Stuffed animals rescue. It's gonna get better. I like that. Then on May 29, when the emotional moon in your sign forms a positive trine to revolutionary Uranus in your ninth house of adventure, feeling like you're able to bring your skills to the table to contribute to a greater good can feel heartening and confidence boosting. I need that. I like that. I'm sorry, I'm talking about myself because I'm a Virgo, of course. And while you usually want to think through every move and research as much as possible, which I do, you might be uncharacteristically tempted to leap before you look all that hard into horizon broadening opportunity, like a new job, online course. Yeah, you could pleasantly surprise yourself. Oh, good. I like surprises, especially the good ones. So, Virgo, it's time to have good surprises on the horizon. Stay focused. You can make it. Libra, next week. You'll be pumped up to take a bolder approach on the job from May 28 on. Thanks to communicator Mercury moving through your 10th house of career. Calling meetings and pitching ambitious big picture ideas comes naturally to you. Just be sure you kick off new projects and double check all the details of any deals you're striking prior to the messenger planet's backward move June 17th. So between end of May and June 17th, do everything you can. You'll be inspired to get out of your comfort zone in terms of how you're relating to your significant other or someone else special on May 29th, when the emotional moon in your 12th house of spirituality forms a harmonizing trine to game changer Uranus in your 8th house of emotional bonds and sexual intimacy. Ooh. Embracing spontaneity while remaining centered could be the key of bliss. And here you have it. Scorpio. You can find yourself butting heads with a higher up or colleague out of the blue on May 27, when the intuitive moon in your 10th house of career forms a 10 square of game changer Uranus in your 7th house of partnership. Doing your best to slow down and lean into pragmatic perspective can smooth over conflict. From May 28 on, thanks to Messenger Mercury's trip through the ninth house of adventures and higher learning, explore different ways to satiate your thirst for knowledge. Whether you spend a day soaking up new info, your favorite workout through your online workshop, or try your hand at exotic recipes in the kitchen, you'll do well to embrace that extra burst of curiosity and craving for an eye opening experience. Yes, Scorpio, you like that. Sagittarius. You could be very much in your feelings and driven to express how yourself in a physical, deeply heartfelt way on May 25th when the intuitive moon in your 8th house of sexual intimacy, Scorpio, Sagittarius, my God, house of home life. Speaking your truth can bring you even closer to your loved ones and feel incredibly satisfying on a variety of levels. And on May 27, the emotional moon in your ninth house of higher learning forms a 10 square to game changer Uranus in your sixth house of daily routine and wellness, causing you to be more hair tied trigger than usual, especially if you feel like you're facing restrictions of any kind, which Sagittarius doesn't like restrictions. Seek out a healthy grounding way to feed your need for excitement, like a new workout or stimulating professional projects. Yeah, maybe the gyms they're gonna open soon. Then you can go and work out like you probably always did, or not. If not, just do it online. Capricorn, feeling more in touch with your intuition and your heart can be a revitalizing and set you up for satisfying one-on-one time with a dear friend or loved one on May 25th, when the emotional moon in your seventh house of partnership forms a harmonizing trine to go-getter Mars in your third house of communication. Embrace direct, assertive, earnest communication, and you will find you're even closer to fulfilling long held desires. That sounds really good. And on May 31st, the moon forms a positive angle of to taskmaster Saturn, your ruling planet, in your second house of income, making a promising time to lock down relationship with a new client. You're making money, or make a play for more responsibility on the job. Your ability to put your nose to the grindstone and see projects through can earn your accolades from high ups down. You getting a promotion, Capricorn, go for it. Aquarius, next week, read up on new ways to take your health, fitness, clean eating, and immunity boosting plan to the next level from May 28th. Thanks to communicator Mercury moving through your sixth house of wellness and daily routine. What you learn could give you a renewed sense of confidence in your everyday self care. Then on May 31st, when the emotional moon in your ninth house of higher learning forms a harmonizing trine to taskmaster Saturn in your sign, you could find you're eager to hunker down and commit yourself to continuing education and honing key skills that fuel your passion for your work and ultimately help advance your career. So here you go, you too, new career or advance in your career that you have. Feeling like you have a set game plan can prove motivation and reassuring that you are moving the ball forward on your goals. You go, Aquarius. And then Pisces, our last one in the 12 signs. Next week on May 25th, when the emotional moon in your fifth house of romance forms a harmonizing trine to go get a Mars in your sign, embracing playfulness and spontaneity is key to feeling over the moon joyful while spending time with loved ones, even if that's through virtual means, like a Zoom meeting. Zoom is is booming anyway. You'll also be feeling more assertive than usual, and speaking your emotional truth can feel liberating and bolstering. Then, from May 28 on, Messenger Mercury moves through your fifth house of romance encouraging filtration, heartfelt communication. You might be compelled to share your dreams and desire with someone special next level. Beautiful. So, thank you so much for watching our weekly horoscope.